Yo, what up, niggas? It's your buddy Philko here reporting live from your mama's house. Doing my thing as I usually do. Making a video today about my back in the day YouTube homie Ken. We chopped it up a little bit recently. I once went inside of his I once went to one of his live streams and he said what's up to me. So we've communicated throughout history, made videos back and forth to each other, whatnot. Sometimes good videos, sometimes videos getting at each other, whatever. But he just made a video first time in a while. For those of you who don't know, who might have used to watch him, don't watch him anymore. This dude has his, he had a girl. I don't know to what extent I could say he had a girl, because at first I thought they were like dating, but apparently it was a female friend of his that he got really close to, and he recently found out that he's not her type, and she likes a different guy who's 6'2". He doesn't have his own car. He doesn't have his own place to live and all this stuff. And these are things he has, and he kind of feels it's not fair because he's short. He can't help being short. And he goes on to say it's discrimination against him because he's short. Now, I've made many videos about, no one has to like you. They only have to respect you. And of course, not giving a man no pussy isn't disrespect, or going out on a date isn't disrespect. No one has to date you either. But this whole discrimination thing, this is something that kills me about a lot of Americans when it comes to discrimination. It's like, with the average American mentality, discrimination is anything in which you tell a certain group of people no for any reason. But what's funny is sometimes it's a good reason. It makes a lot of sense to treat people differently based on the situation, based on their group. It makes sense. For example, let's say doctors want to do research on sickle cell anemia, and a lot of white people were trying to go. They wanted to get paid. Like the fuck are they called? The people who want to participate in the experiment would be paid. The patients would be paid, whatever. And they say white people need not apply. Is that discrimination? Well, it's actually not discrimination, because white people don't get sickle cell anemia. That disease that African people get, like people with African blood. It doesn't make sense. So let's say they want to do an experiment on tanning, the dangers of tanning on your fucking skin. And they'll say black people need not apply. Now, of course, there's some really light-skinned black people, but putting black people need not apply is because typically white people got problems with sun and shit, and sunburn and skin peeling. That's typically a white problem. It's not really a black problem. And in my opinion, going to the bathroom is not discriminatory, because you're telling people what they can't do because they're less. You're telling them you shouldn't do this because it's not a great idea. So like men going to the bathroom with men, women go to the bathroom with women. Yeah, there are gay men who will probably have sex in the men's room, but you have much less problems if you keep the men and women separate, because men and women typically are sexually attracted to each other, and men are typically more aggressive about it than women. So having a same-sex public bathroom all the time could lead to some bad shit. Much more. The rate would be much higher than you would have with men and women bathrooms. But then that's different with the whole transgender thing. That's a different topic. I'll get to that later. I really don't care. But I'm saying sometimes, in my opinion, it makes sense to separate certain things. And one thing you guys need to learn to separate, from the word discrimination in any case is anything that deals with sexual attraction. And I really want Kent to learn this so bad. There is no such thing as discrimination when it comes to sexual attraction. Him saying he's being discriminated against by this girl who doesn't want to date him because he's short is just like me saying to Kent, hey, you're discriminating against gay men because you won't have sex with them, or you won't go out on dates with them. Is that discriminating? I mean, it could be discriminating, but it shouldn't be called discriminating when it comes to your sexual preference. It's just called your preference. You don't prefer to date men. That's absolutely fine. You don't deserve to date children. That's absolutely fine. All that is your choice. No one can ever take it away from you. It's not actual discrimination. You do what the fuck you want to do when it comes to your sexual relations. As long as you're respectful to everybody. It's not like she said, you're a short, ugly, stupid motherfucker. I hate short people. I hope they die. You all smell funny. Short people, the worst thing ever. No, she just said, I prefer guys taller than me. She stressed her preference, not so much of what she doesn't prefer. So when someone stresses their preference, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it, in my opinion, 100%. So if I ask a girl, hey, you want to go out to dinner? And she says, oh, I'm sorry, I'm only into Russian guys. I'm like, oh, okay. That's all there is to it. It's not, oh, that bitch doesn't like black people. She discriminates. She doesn't have to fucking like anybody. She doesn't have to like you. And same thing for Kent. She doesn't have to like you. It's unfortunate, but she doesn't have to like you. And another thing this guy was talking about was how he doesn't, what did he say? He was talking about how he doesn't like guys. He doesn't like other guys because they mess up his shit. Look, dude, I know what you mean by that. I know what you mean by that. But other guys are actually very helpful. Better looking guys are actually very helpful. They're very helpful. Let me explain this to you. There's one thing I noticed about when I was coming up with my friends and stuff. Once in a while, they'll bring a girl around me or around us as a group, and I made sure to never give that girl attention because I didn't want to interfere with what my friend was trying to do with her. But in hindsight, now that I look at it, I should have flirted with her. I should have been a tiny bit sexually aggressive to see if she would respond to me and try to do something with me behind my boy's back. And in that case, I could tell her she's not worth it. Knowing what I know now, back in the day, my homies in America, I would have probably told them about that and probably would have tried that with them, Out here in Russia, I won't really do that because, I don't have anyone, that's really that close to me that I can hit on their girl. And, I feel absolutely comfortable doing that. Not yet. Maybe in due time, but not yet, But that's something I could have did with my homies I grew up with back in New York. I'm like, yo, when you bring her around, I'm going to flirt with her and stuff. And if she responds to it, maybe she slips me her number or something, I'll let you know and tell you that bitch is untrustworthy. But I like other guys. And I don't know when I learned this. It could have been, when was it? I don't remember where I learned this. But I just remember there was one girl who I liked a lot. And typically when I liked her, I kept her away from certain people because I didn't want her to like them and leave me. But at one point, I think it was in America, it wasn't Russia. And it might have been the first Russian girlfriend I had, the one that brought me to Russia, it might have been her. I remember saying, I'm going to bring her around everybody. Why? Because if she really likes me, no matter who I bring her around, she's going to be with me. She's going to give me her attention. Those other people won't really matter. That's what I was thinking. I brought her around the other people, and it worked out perfectly. No matter who I brought her around, she didn't care. It was all about me. Same thing with Crazy Face. Everywhere I brought her, she didn't care about anybody else. In 4 different countries we lived in. She never cared about anybody else. She was always with me. When I talk about people she met through me, she met them, she was respectful, but she never responded to anyone hitting on her or anything like that. When I was with her, she was with me, and that's it, So that's what I want Kent to understand. You may not like other guys, but if there's other guys, not to say even other guys you don't know, if she's picking another guy over you, that sucks. It's unfortunate, but you shouldn't be mad at that guy because that guy is kind of where you want to be. He just got more fortunate in life than you, apparently, with his height and whatever. So you, like you said, you have a car, you have a house, stuff that guy doesn't have. So isn't she discriminating? Wouldn't she be discriminating in your opinion? If she picks you because you have a car and a house, isn't that like poor discrimination or something? Isn't that material discrimination? And since you like using the word discrimination with this, no, it's her preference. She'd rather have a tall guy than a guy with his own house and car. Apparently, maybe he's really funny too. Maybe his dick game down right. I don't know. There's many reasons she could like this guy, but if she likes another guy and she chooses that other guy over you, take that as a blessing because she doesn't really like you in the first place. Because if she likes you, she'll never pick another guy over you. She won't do it. If she really likes you, she'll not pick another guy over you. And if there is another guy she's interested in, but she likes you more than that guy, she would tell you about that guy. She's like, no, I'm kind of into some guy, blah, blah, blah. He's kind of nice to me. He calls me, talk to me, blah, blah, blah. Because she'll be close enough to tell you. A lot of girls are smart enough. When they really like you, they'll tell you when there could be a problem. Because I do the same thing. Like, if I can like you all I want. I can like you very, very much. But I know if there's someone that I like more than you, and you ask me, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you because I care. If I care about a person, I'm going to tell them the truth. If I meet a girl tonight at the bar and she goes, hey, you got a girl or anyone you like? I'm like, no, baby, no, it's just me and you. I don't care. It's some fucking chick at the bar. But if it's some girl I'm close to and I care about her, when she asks me, is there anyone like you like? I will say, well, yeah, this and that person, this and that person. Something like that. You know what I mean? I will tell them. Because I want to be honest. So maybe, just maybe there's a chance she actually kind of likes you. And by her telling you about this other guy, she wants to see how you react. She might want to see how you react to it. She might want to see if you give up or if you behave in a confident way and just say, fuck that, that's nice, but, call me and we can hang out, blah, blah, blah. I mean, look, she already told you that you're not her type or whatever she actually told you, and that could be true. But I'm going to tell you one thing. There's many girls I met who told me no before we started dating, who said no in some form. Many, many, many girls I've dated told me no at some point. Like, oh, I'm not interested in this. I'm not interested in that. I don't want to do this. They're like, no, this isn't for me. It's like, okay, then they do it. It happens. So maybe it can happen with you too. You got this far. You could just feel bad about yourself and give up. Or you can forget about that whole discriminatory crap and just go for it, but just try to keep your feelings in check. That's the one thing you can't control. You can control what you do, but you can't control how you feel. You can't control how you feel. If it makes you feel better, fucking cry when you get home. It doesn't matter. When you get home, fucking cry. Just cry when you get home. If that helps to relieve all that, you want to come out and hang out with me and your fam for like an hour and a half? God damn it. My friend tried to bring this 17-year-old girl over here to, not to date or anything, but it's his cousin and she's a fan of my videos. I don't want to hang out, Slava. God damn it, Slava. I don't know. I'll answer him in a second. He just texted me. I ain't really in the mood. But yeah, you got to understand, is either you're going to give up or you're going to go for it and try your best to keep your feelings in check. But you know your feelings more than I do. If you're a big-hearted guy like I think you are, I think you should stop while you're ahead. But if you think you can control your feelings, go for it. Tell her you like her. If you haven't already told her, but I believe you did. Spend time with her. Be that friend guy. She doesn't have a boyfriend. She's seeing somebody. What are you doing? What the fuck? Anyway. She doesn't have a boyfriend, so you can spend time with her. Maybe, make her change her mind over time. It can happen, man, but the odds better than me. You should know how, you should be able to read her when she looks at you, how she treats you. You know better than me. So I'm just giving the options out there, I'm just giving my opinion, let you know what you can do. But that whole discrimination stuff, you gotta stop. You gotta cut that out. Don't ever try to make somebody look bad for not liking you, especially when it's a sexual way. Nobody has to like you. Nobody has to like you. Nobody. It's not discrimination. That's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous mentality to have. It's terrible. She doesn't like short guys. I can't help that I'm short. So what? You don't like gay guys. Gay guys can't help that they're gay. Why aren't you fucking gay guys? Because you don't want to. Well, that's your right. You don't have to fuck anybody you don't want to fuck. It is the same exact shit. It's 100% the same shit. That's not your preference. You're not into that shit. She's not into short guys. If she's not really into short guys, it's the same. She's not into short guys. Hey, that's it. You know what I mean? I know the chances are much less than a guy having sex with a guy when he's straight than a girl having sex with a short guy when she's straight. I know the odds are much different. But basically what I'm saying is neither one of those situations, there's nothing negative about them. In neither one, there's nothing negative. I don't like short guys. I'm not gay. It's the same shit. You're into what you're into. You know what I mean? You're into what you're into. Even a lot of straight people, most hardcore straight people do gay shit in the worst situations. Go to prison 2-3 years, get a boyfriend. They turn gay for sometimes because they ain't got a choice. So even the straightest of the straight niggas end up doing gay shit when they have to. And I dedicate this song to you. This song is by the Stone Roses, and it's called I Want to Be Adored. Every time I hear the song, I think of you. Because in every video you make, especially back in the day, you always talk about how no one likes you, and you want someone to like you, you want a girl to give you attention, you want to kiss somebody, and all this stuff. You always talk about that. It's like you just want to be adored, and I can't blame you for that. And this song is called I Want to Be Adored, and it's all about a guy who wants to be liked, and it reminds me of you. And the music video to this song is fucking hilarious. Fucking hilarious. It's like the old time video. It looks really funny. And that's basically it, man. If you watch this, leave a comment. If not, it is what it is. And I'm out. Later.